everyone, Leslie here. I have a lot of things I want to share with you, so I'm going to go quickly, try to anyway, so that I can cover everything that I want to. 1. A die. This is an old die. That one. Okay, are you excited? Let's go. If you have a Cricut or an electronic cutter, you can use that to cut your heart shapes out in the different sizes. Okay, now, if you have a die similar to this, come down here. Now, instead of using a few large pieces of paper to put on there and cut out the different kinds, colors, design, whatever. Well, get your scraps. And here's a pink one. And this is, what size is this? This is 2.5 by 2.5. I'm going to lay it right there over the large heart. This is 2 by 2. I'm going to put it over the medium, or the large, extra large, large. Okay, here's a pattern, another pattern piece of paper. I'm going to put that over the medium size heart. And let's see, let's use this little plaid one. I'm going to put this over the small heart. Alright, the least warped one I'm putting on the bottom. And then I'll put that on. And then now I'm going to run it through. And then look, the amount of waste you're going to have is not very much. And there's your 4 hearts of different colors and different patterns. And it's from your scraps. Yes! Okay. Okay, that was tip 1. This is tip 2. Here's one that I've been using. And my little punch, my little heart punch. Okay. Come on. Okay, you take your punch and your scrap paper and you just punch your, sorry, I keep getting out of frame. Just punch your little, however many cards you're going to make, whatever you're going to do with it. Whoops. Oh, drop it on the floor and roll over it with your wheel. That helps too, sometimes. Maybe not. Okay, there. Now, that's waste. And I have 5 little hearts that I can work with here. Okay, tip 3 is coating the brads. Oh, here, let me come up here to you. These are some heart-shaped brads that I have had for many, many, many years and just have not had a chance to use them. This is a piece of foam core that's left over from my construction projects. And what I've done is take a pokey tool, probably too close. Anyway, take a pokey tool and poke down into the foam core Okay, what did I do with it? There it is, right there. Okay, and then take your brad and poke it in the hole you just made. Just like that. And it's just the right size for the little heart, so I'll put some glossy accents. Just a little bit on there. And then I'm going to stick this on top of the heart. And press it down a little bit. Now putting that in the foam core, this will give this all a place to set while I do a faux epoxy. So just squirt the glossy accents around the edge and then work it away in the middle. Try and make it so that it's all filled in and there's no holes or bubbles. Get it out to the edge if you need to. Now this glossy accent stuff will stay where you put it. And it will stay there while this dries. And I have 4 of them that are drying that I will be using on my card front. Okay, I've already lost track of what number we're on. So the next tip is going to be stamping a sentiment and punching it out with a 1-inch circle punch. So come on. Okay, I'm using this old, excuse me, Stampin' Up! Stamp set. It's called Filled with Love. I have no idea if it's still available or not. But I'm going to use the sentiment that says, "Be my Valentine." And I've got it set up on my thing. I'm a really bad stamper and this helps me. Okay, now I am using a piece of white. I have no idea if it's Stampin' Up! Or whose it is. I don't know, but it's a 2-inch by 3-inch. And I'm just going to put it there. My stamp is already loaded. Okay. I have so much going on, I don't know what's where. I'm going to use this Memento Tuxedo black ink on this stamp. Okay, so I'm not quite in the corner. It might look like it to you, but I'm not. Okay, I'm going to stamp there. I hold it down so that the ink will soak into the paper. And because I smear real bad. Okay, so there's my first one. And I'm going to re-ink this. And I'm going to come down into this corner here. Now I want to make sure that I leave enough area that I'm not right exactly on the corner of the paper, but I'm off to the side so that I have some room for the punch. Okay, now with my punch, my 1-inch circle punch, I'm going to come in and I'm going to center that as best as I can and punch that out. And then now I'm going to do this one. Alright, am I still in frame? Yes. Okay. I'm going to punch that one out. And that's the waist I have. So I'm not going to worry about that because I have scraps. Then I'm going to go through this box of scraps and go in my 2.5 by 3. Oh, let's see. What color? Okay, just for this example, I'm gonna get 2 pieces. No, I'm gonna do 1 piece of red of the 2 by 3. And I'm gonna do 1 piece of hot pink from the 2 by 2. So you can see that you can use a smaller piece on this punch. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Stampin' Up! A fancy label something. I don't know. Okay, come on down. Okay, with the 2-inch square. Put that in the hole. And then move it around with your fingers so it's placed in there correctly. And then give it a punch. And there's your waist. And then in the 2 by 3, then you have something to hold on to get it lined up. And then punch that out. Now, you can save that if you want to, but I'm not going to. Okay, I'm going to use 2 of the sketches from Operation Ride Home. This one here. And that is sketch number 5. And I'm going to use the one directly below that is sketch number 7. Okay, in your stash of card fronts, 4 1/4 or 4 1/4 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. If you want to, for added pizzazz, put them through your embossing folders, which I have done on this one, and you can glitter them up or whatever you want to do. But this one I'm leaving just plain. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you would like to subscribe, please do. I appreciate every one of you that come and visit me and watch my videos. So now, have you got some ideas? Have I inspired you to get into your stash of scraps and make beautiful things happen? Now it's time for you to go show someone how special they are. So until the next time, bye.